Ever wondered why some of the best video games remain hidden gems, cherished by few but unknown to many? These are the masterpieces that flew under the radar. Games with incredible stories, innovative gameplay, and unforgettable experiences that just didn't get the sales that they deserved. YouTube, what's good? See You Later Gaming here, bringing you a brand new episode of Top 5. And in this episode, we're going to take a look at some great video games that sold poorly. Coming in at number 5 to start us off, Okami. Headed up by esteemed game director Hideki Kamiya, who is famous for his time at Capcom, having worked on major titles like Resident Evil 2 and Devil May Cry, took a different turn stylistically with Okami, having garnered much of its praise for its stunning visual style, which mimics traditional Japanese sumi-e ink painting, and its engaging gameplay which combines action, puzzle solving, and platforming elements. In Okami, players control Amaterasu, a sun goddess in the form of a white wolf, as she embarks on a quest to restore life and colour to a world overtaken by darkness. The game's unique celestial brush mechanic, which allows players to draw directly onto the screen to influence the environment and battle enemies, was particularly innovative and set it apart from other games of its time. Whilst it has had a few re-releases in recent times that have helped shift the dial in terms of sales, recently crossing the 4 million units mark in 2023, it wasn't always the case, and took a long while from its initial release in 2006 to hit this mark. The game's launch was a tumultuous one, hitting multiple barriers along the way, with the game only releasing on shelves towards the end of the PlayStation 2's life cycle, a time at which many gamers had already shifted their attention towards the next generation of consoles. Furthermore, despite strong reviews, Okami did not receive the marketing push needed to reach a wider audience. This combination of factors led to disappointing sales figures, with Kamiya himself saying that had it been more successful, its developer Clover would probably have continued, rather than shutting down the following year, leaving Okami as a hidden gem. Coming in at number 4, Alien Isolation. Alien Isolation is a survival horror game that brilliantly captures the tension and atmosphere of the original 1979 Alien film. Released in 2014 by Creative Assembly, the game puts players in the shoes of Amanda Ripley, daughter of Ellen Ripley, as she navigates a derelict space station while being hunted by a relentless xenomorph. The game's design emphasizes stealth and strategy over combat, requiring players to use their wits and limited resources to evade the alien rather than confront it directly. This approach, combined with the game's use of dynamic AI for the xenomorph, created an unpredictable and terrifying experience that kept players on edge. Despite its gripping atmosphere, nerve-wracking gameplay, and faithful recreation of the Alien universe, Alien Isolation did not receive the commercial success it deserved. It sold around 2.1 million copies by 2015. A figure considered underwhelming given the game's production costs and strength of the Alien franchise. One of the contributing factors to its modest sales was the reputation of previous Alien games, particularly the poorly received Aliens Colonial Marines, which had left fans skeptical. Additionally, the game's difficulty and intense horror elements may have deterred some players who were not accustomed to or interested in the survival horror genre. Moreover, the game's marketing did not convey the unique and intense experience that Alien Isolation offered, possibly failing to attract a broader audience. However, over time, the game has been reassessed by the gaming community and has gained a cult following. Players and critics alike have come to appreciate its meticulous design, atmospheric tension, and the sheer authenticity of its homage to the Alien franchise. Alien Isolation remains a masterpiece of suspense and survival horror, a shining example of how to translate the terror of the Alien films into an interactive medium. Its enduring appeal is a testament to its quality, even if its initial sales did not reflect its excellence. Coming in at the halfway point with number 3, Sunset Overdrive. Sunset Overdrive, developed by Insomniac Games and released in 2014, is an open-world action-adventure game that combines vibrant visuals, over-the-top weapons, and acrobatic traversal mechanics influenced by predecessors like Jet Set Radio. Set in the fictional Sunset City, players fight against hordes of mutants created by a contaminated energy drink. The game's irreverent humor, colorful art style, and energetic gameplay set it apart from other titles, offering a refreshing take on the open world genre. Players could grind on rails, bounce off cars, and wall run with ease, creating a fast-paced, fluid movement system that encouraged creativity and exploration. Despite its unique style, humor, and innovative gameplay, Sunset Overdrive struggled to find a large audience. One of the major factors contributing to its underwhelming sales was its exclusivity to the Xbox One, which had a smaller install base compared to the PlayStation 4 at the time. The game's release also coincided with a period when the Xbox One was struggling to recover from a series of marketing missteps and negative consumer perception, limiting its reach. Additionally, Sunset Overdrive's unconventional and anarchic style may have been a double-edged sword, appealing to some while alienating others who preferred a more traditional gaming experience. While critically acclaimed for its originality and fun factor, the game's sales did not meet expectations. It sold less than 1.2 million copies, a disappointing figure given its high production values and the pedigree of its developer. However, Sunset Overdrive has since gained a cult following, with fans appreciating its bold, energetic approach to open-world gaming. Its influence can also be seen in later Insomniac Games projects, such as the Spider-Man series, where the emphasis on fluid movement and dynamic combat clearly draws inspiration from Sunset Overdrive. The game's post-launch support, including new content and updates, helped maintain its player base, and its eventual release on PC in 2018 introduced it to a wider audience. Sunset Overdrive's legacy is one of a misunderstood gem that, despite its initial commercial struggles, has earned its place in the hearts of gamers who value innovation and a sense of fun in their interactive experiences. Its distinctive style and gameplay mechanics ensures it remains a standout title, celebrated for its willingness to break the mold and offers something truly different. Coming in at number 2, Prey. Developed by Arcane Studios and released in 2017, is a first-person action-adventure game that blends elements of psychological horror and immersive sim gameplay. Set aboard the Talos 1 space station, players assume the role of Morgan Yu, who must survive an alien threat while uncovering the station's secrets. Prey's intricate level design and environmental storytelling are hallmarks of Arcane Studios, known for their work on the critically acclaimed Dishonored series. The game's freedom of choice allowing players to approach challenges in multiple ways, combined with its deep narrative and atmospheric tension, made it a standout title in the immersive sim genre. Despite its innovative gameplay mechanics, rich narrative, and deep environmental storytelling, Prey did not perform well commercially. When it launched, it faced stiff competition from other major releases in 2017, such as The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Horizon Zero Dawn, which overshadowed its launch. Additionally, the game's marketing campaign struggled to clearly convey its unique strengths and appeal, possibly confusing buyers with its generic-sounding title and lack of a strong marketing push. As a result, Prey sold just over 1 million copies by the end of 2018, a figure considered disappointing given its critical reception and development costs. Prey's gameplay mechanics were particularly noteworthy, featuring a variety of tools and powers that allowed for creative problem-solving and combat strategies. The game's use of Typhon alien abilities such as Mimic Matter, which lets players transform into everyday objects to evade enemies or access hidden areas, was both innovative and engaging. However, some players found the game challenging and its systems complex, which may have limited its broader appeal. Although it didn't achieve the sales figures it deserved, Prey has been highly praised by critics and players alike for its complex, engaging experience, and it continues to be celebrated as an underrated gem in the sci-fi genre. Over time, it has gained a dedicated following, with many appreciating its depth, atmosphere, and the thoughtful design that encourages exploration and experimentation. Prey's enduring legacy lies in its ability to immerse players in a richly detailed world where their choices and actions truly matter, making it a must-play for fans of the immersive sims and narrative-driven experiences. And coming in at number 1, Beyond Good and Evil. Released in 2003 by Ubisoft and created by Michael Ancel, is an action-adventure game that blends stealth, puzzle solving, and exploration. Players follow photojournalist Jade as she uncovers a sinister conspiracy on the planet Hillies. With its unique art style, compelling story, and memorable characters, the game was praised for its ambitious design and emotional depth. Beyond Good and Evil's world is richly detailed, combining elements of science fiction and fantasy, and is populated by a diverse cast of characters, each contributing to the game's engaging narrative. Despite receiving critical acclaim for its compelling story, memorable characters, and innovative gameplay, Beyond Good and Evil was a commercial disappointment at launch. The game struggled to stand out in a crowded market dominated by big-budget titles and franchise sequels, Its release coincided with the holiday season, a time when many other high-profile games were launched, making it difficult for Beyond Good and Evil to gain the attention it deserved. Additionally, limited marketing support and a lack of brand recognition contributed to its poor sales performance. By the end of its release year, the game had only sold a few 100,000 copies, which was far below Ubisoft's expectations. The game's blend of action, adventure, and photography mechanics was innovative, allowing players to document their journey and uncover the game's mysteries through Jade's camera. This unique gameplay element, combined with its strong narrative and character development, helped Beyond Good and Evil stand out from other titles. However, the game's complexity and unconventional approach may have alienated some players who are looking for a more straightforward gaming experience. Over time, Beyond Good and Evil has gained a passionate fan base and is now regarded as a cult classic. Its enduring popularity is evidenced by the anticipation surrounding the announcement of a long-awaited and most likely dead and buried sequel, Beyond Good and Evil 2. The original game's legacy lies in its ability to tell a deeply personal and emotionally resonant story with a beautifully crafted world. Fans continue to celebrate its artistic vision, innovative gameplay, and the way it tackled themes of resistance, truth, and the power of the media. Beyond Good and Evil's impact on the gaming community is undeniable, highlighting the importance of creativity and narrative depth in video game design. Is there another cult classic game that sold poorly and didn't make this list? If so, give this video a thumbs up and let me know what it is down in the comments below. And until next time, I'll see you later.
Tap the bell icon after subscribing and you'll never miss a video again. And consider checking out my Facebook page as well for daily gaming updates and news. Thanks guys.
Video games are meant to be fun, but certain titles have also been made to test our patience, with many of us having experienced the agony of sleepless nights, rage quits, and the frustration of seemingly impossible challenges. Whilst it's normal to hit a rough patch here and there in most games, some specialise in making us rip our hair out. But which titles drove gamers wild as a collective?